All right. Hey, everything looks good. Good evening, everybody. Sagan Cat here. Playing some more Turtle WoW tonight. I am on, what is this, Lapidus Isle? Yes, Lapidus Isle, which is just off the coast of, well, I suppose Westfall, and also Stranglethorn. I haven't been down to Gilligam's Isle yet. I have a feeling it intentionally sounds like Gilligan. just a guess. Anyways, I'm just doing some of the new quests tonight. Thought I'd hang out, stream a bit, chat maybe. What's up, Heoro? Good to see you as always. They did just announce some rule changes. Most of them I totally get and I appreciate. They aren't, you know, allowing anything to do with real money trading. They're putting their foot down against multi-boxing. And I'm pretty sure that decision comes from like what we saw earlier this week with PvP or war mode and hardcore mode characters getting carried. So they want to, you know, put their foot down on that, which, hey, good decision. Weird decisions, though, and ones that I don't immediately agree with. They said that they're going to be answering some questions and providing more detailed explanation of some of these changes coming up soon. So I'm waiting on that before I fully form an opinion on what they're doing. But they're not allowing... Oh, for... Shoo. They're not going to allow people to pay gold for boosts, which... Odd. Odd. They don't want boosting, which... Fine. I get you don't want boosting. Maybe put a cap then on... I don't know how they're going to enforce some of it. I went the wrong way. But so yeah, no gold purchased boosting, which doesn't really affect me too much, but it is a strange choice because that is something that was around a lot in vanilla, and it's something that's definitely been a major part of MMORPGs through the years. And personally, I always felt that it kind of added to the flavor of it. You know, you're paying somebody who's much stronger than you to escort you. That has always, to me, felt like a... It's a strong business opportunity is what it is. How to make Sagan laugh in 5 words. Arnold Schwarzenegger is best freeze. You know? Didn't watch it. Couldn't say... Oh. Well, I believe somebody has already been through here. There's usually a group of these guys back there that you can just kind of beat up on. I need their sashes. That's why I'm over here. It hasn't shown up on PF Quest. That's probably because I haven't updated PF Quest. So yeah, in addition to the whole boosting thing and the change to the rules there, and I understand them not wanting to do real money trading on it, but they're not even allowing like in-game currencies for boosts. And then there's no GDKPs. Which, ooh, I really don't like that decision. I love me some GDKPs. GDKPs were a fantastic way to get gear or money. And for those of you who never partook in a GDKP or you don't understand what it is, it's a variance on DKPs, which are dragon kill points. The idea behind dragon kill points is that you earn points for participating with your raid group, and you'd get points for, I think it was just general boss kills you got points for. And you could save up these points raiding with your group. Is that guy an elite? No. Okay. You could get points raiding with your group. Sorry, I've become very distracted while trying to talk. You would earn points, and then you would use those points for bidding in an auction for gear at the end of the raid. So that allowed a very natural way of supporting those who were there regularly. Because if you just go for like a regular, you know, need or greed role, you might have somebody who's been raiding with a guild for weeks on end, and then they finally see the drop that they want, and then the need or greed winds up going to somebody who's been there once and isn't even a member of the guild. So dragon kill points were a great system. And those haven't been banned or anything. Those aren't being addressed in this statement from the Turtle WoW staff. But the idea with the GDKP is you replace gold for those dragon kill points. It's still an auction system, but you pay an entrance fee to go on the raid. And then any gear that drops, people actually bid gold for that gear. Now, the way that this makes you money is that all of this gold that's coming in for the raid goes into a pool that gets separated evenly between everyone who participated. So, if you're all geared up, or, you know, just gear that you need didn't drop, it's a great way to make money, because you're at least getting back what you spent to go on the raid. And if gear does drop that you need, and you're a regular GDKPer, then you probably have the money to throw at purchasing it. And somebody was trying to explain that this is a way of dealing with real money trades. I don't know. I'm not convinced that this will solve real money trading. But it also, like, it included grouping up with a group whose intent is to auction the items. So, like, you can't group up to farm for rare items to auction for gold, is how I read it. Hopefully that gets clarified. It's just some weird decisions on some very natural parts of MMOs that have just evolved as a need due to the way these games used to play. Anyways, it's my bit of Turtle WoW news. Oh! And also they're working on making Gilneas. So that's cool. And I like that. Hey, that guy ran away. I love that hammer. That hammer's amazing. I kind of prefer when it travels a little bit slower, though, because then they get to run a little bit and think they're going to get away. And then they look over their shoulders and, what's that? It's a hammer that's just flying magically through the air, about to ruin their day. What game in 2023 am I looking forward to? You know, honestly, there is not much on my list. I've been finding myself less and less interested in games, or at least the wider gaming sphere. And not because I don't like them, just because I don't feel like I have the time to play everything that I get interested in. It was one of the reasons I burned out last year. Was just like trying to keep up with everything. It was turning my gaming into a chore. So at this point I'm just kind of playing whatever the heck I want. I downloaded Age of Wonders yesterday and played through the tutorial on that. Age of Wonders 4 got announced, which is why I did that, because I was like, what is this? I've never heard of it. And since that's turn-based, that's pretty easy to play while I'm like working from home. You know, easy to play without stress. Except you can't Alt-Tab on the damned thing because it's so old and it breaks in Windows 10. I don't know that we have confirmation that it's coming this year, but I guess Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake, or whatever they're calling it. I am looking forward to that. If we get it in English, I don't have the energy to try and do it in Japanese. Old man Saigon is tired of trying to learn Japanese. I might become re-interested later, but man. Sash? Oh my god, I need one more. This is practically 100% drop, and I've gotten 2 in a row who didn't drop it for me. It's very annoying. Very annoying. Sash? What? What are you doing, Goose? What do you see? Is it another kitty? Or is it a skunk? What is it? Is kitty? Is kitty. Sorry, cat outside the window. You're just starting the first Horizon game? I might play Last of Us 2 this year. It just came out at a time where I didn't have any time. I really enjoyed the first one. And so far, the HBO series has been really impressive. There we go. There we go. Starting to get kind of nervous. Okay, let's go get this turned in. I'm not grabbing a bunch of quests at a time because I'm kind of just taking my sweet time, enjoying the island. Not often you get brand new content for a game that you loved that stopped being supported over a decade ago. And before people come in here and are like, sigh, but WoW is still running. Not like this, it's not. I do hear Dragonflight is good. But until they do something about Bobby Kotick, I doubt I'm going to be throwing any money their way. Three damn people in this house. I'm the only one wearing headphones. And I'm still the only one who hears the dogs asking to go out. I saw Avengers getting kicked offline this year. It's not surprising, and it should serve as a friendly reminder to not support games as a service.
In the name of the anchor, in the name of Colterra.
At least not in, you know,
For the Admiral.
not such shameless cash grabs anyways.
Hail! What brings you to Kaelin's Rest?
The Tower of Lapidus! The Tower of Lapidus looms over us like a great evil that could destroy us at any minute. I don't know why I'm talking like this. When we first arrived upon this island, the Arch-Hydromancer Lapidus set to constructing a tower with the help of some of our workers and his own elementals of water. With his great power, the tower was constructed much before the town of Kaelin's Rest had gotten its footing. Just found a new FTP game. File transfer protocol? It just sounds like work. Slay Lapidus. Flake Reef was a fellow hydromancer and worked beneath Lapidus. If there's anyone who knows where to begin, it will be him. Speak with Flake Reef in Kaelin's Rest. Gentleman appears to be over here. You're Hydromancer Vanessa. There we go. There's Flake Reef. Finally doing something about Lapidus. It is a tough task, given how powerful the man is. That's not a talk. I guess bare minimum it was a talk. And nothing else. Arch-Hydromancer Lapidus held incredibly strong skills in hydromancy, was much stronger than many even upon Borealis. Many had their opinions on how the man was able to achieve such power, though I always gave him the benefit of the doubt. I believe he has some assistance from either a magical artifact or an outside force, but I cannot prove my suspicions. Regardless, if there is a way in the tower, I would believe it to be this key. Produces a small shimmering brass key. This key was given to me by Lapidus before we had arrived. He entrusted it within my care. I was to be one of his pupils, but after he created the large tower and begun to close himself off from the rest of us, I instead returned here. The key fits the lock to the tower, but cannot open it, and perhaps requires some magical attuning to grant access. We must look to those with a greater knowledge of the arcana. Archmage Anserim Duneweaver of Dalaran may perhaps help seek him out. God! I guess we're going on a little flight. short flight. But long enough to run an ad break. Thanks, guys. Well, I was going to respond in chat, but I guess since the ad is over. Talking about Gundam Evolution, was that on PC, Bengerman? I saw that the communities for it are split. It's not crossplay, which is kind of embarrassing. You'd think that Bandai would have enough money to foot the bill for getting some crossplay going. If Hi-Rez can afford it, Bandai can afford it, you know? And that's the main thing that really prevented me from playing it when it came out, was I thought we were going to be able to do that. So, you know, I could play on my PC and Perry could sit next to me on the Xbox. But we can't. Just bizarre decision. Also, they didn't have anybody from Gundam Wing, which is like, that's such a tragedy, because Gundam Wing was what really introduced America to Gundam. So in that first batch of Gundams that came out, the only one that I knew was the RX-78. And that's because just last year I went back and I watched the original Gundam. So Perry was looking at it and she was hoping for Death Scythe because, you know, Duo Maxwell is cool. No Death Scythe, no Wing Zero, nobody from Gundam Wing. And then, to top things off, is Ariel even in it? I didn't see Ariel Gundam being in it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe Ariel's been added now? I hope. How can you have your big new Gundam game not have the Gundam from your big new Gundam show? I hope I'm wrong. Like, please correct me. But I didn't see Ariel in the lineup. Okay, yeah, you don't think it is either. It's weird. It's just a bizarre choice. No crossplay. No representatives from Gundam Wing, which is what made Gundam a thing in the US. And then you don't even have the main character's Gundam from your big new show, which, by the way, is fantastic. If there's anybody here who is a Gundam fan and hasn't started watching Witch from Mercury, totally do it. It's great. It might not feel like Gundam at first. It gets there. The payoff is worth it. I found the entirety of the first season to be enjoyable. And then, oh man, like the 30 seconds post-credit roll on that last episode was, oh, they crushed it. No Ariel. It's who was in charge of the lineup for that game, you know? Maybe it's just that the Japanese Gundam fans have very different tastes. Like, was Gundam Wing not popular in Japan? Is that one of the less popular ones? But it still doesn't explain a lack of aerial Gundam. Level's Wild Paws now. Wrong window. Oh my gosh. I played with this person when I was first leveling this character, Belf Delphine. How good of a character name is that? Belf Delphine. It's fantastic. So clever. Wild Paws 44. If their plan was to release it worldwide, you'd think they would, but who knows. So, it's very common in a lot of Japanese big businesses, especially within the video game industry, to not really care about how the game does outside of Japan. They don't really look at how they do outside. And a great way of looking at this was Dead Rising. The original Dead Rising was a flop in Japan when it came out. But it sold like crazy outside of Japan. It made so much money outside of Japan. And Capcom originally told the creator and his team, no, you're not going to make another one because it didn't sell well in Japan. It's like, this is one of our best-selling games this year. If you look outside of Japan. And they didn't care. It took him so long to convince them to let him make Dead Rising 2. It's just this weird cultural thing in how businesses run over there. I don't understand it. But yeah, the Gundam thing, super disappointing. Because we were all ready for it. We were super ready. We've been enjoying Witch from Mercury. Perry enjoys Gunpla too. Like we built, I don't know, something from Iron-Blooded Orphans, like just last month, and it was a lot of fun working on that together. Yeah, Square Enix not releasing Dragon Quest X outside of Japan is another major one. The MMO market outside of Japan is freaking massive. They released a wonderful MMO, and then they didn't put it into the largest MMO markets. I don't understand these decisions, but you know, I'm not a CEO of Square Enix. What do I know? What do I know about what people want? Yeah, DQ10 offline. That one was easy. I'm still wondering if we're going to get a localization of that. Like, Nintendo might step in and localize it like they did with DQ7 on the 3DS. So, maybe. Maybe we'll get it. Just not from Squeenix. Meanwhile, they'll release mobile titles with reckless abandon and then shut them down a year later because they stopped doing well. And then they're like, oh, I guess people don't want Dragon Quest. They didn't throw money into this disposable mobile gotcha title. I don't know why I'm complaining so much. I had a pretty okay day. Like, it was busy. But it wasn't bad. I've been at this new place for over a year now, and I gotta say, I think I've only had one bad day. And that wasn't like anybody yelling at me or me getting written up for anything. I haven't been written up. I haven't had to, like, I haven't been spoken at. I get treated like an adult. It's amazing. But some days, there's, like, just enough work and it goes by slow enough that you're just tired and you don't want to do it. That was what today was. There was a lot of work. I was tired and I didn't want to do it. It is good. And I recognize, and I've definitely been in worse places, it's kind of silly to complain about anything when I've got a job that nice. Like, it's almost mean of me to complain about having such a nice job. Like, what the hell's wrong with that guy? And I get it. I've worked in crappier jobs. Way crappier jobs.
Our magical prowess is world renowned.
Okay, Karen Tor guy. Hydromancer Lapidus. I have heard the name from before the horrific Third War. He was spoken as one of the most powerful of his kind. He refused to give us a lesson within Dalaran of his great magics, or to, at the least, show us how it was done. What's up with Gundam? Oh, we were complaining about Gundam Evolution. Apparently, it's got a ton of issues on PC, and then on top of that, it's not cross-play, and then on top of that, it didn't include any Gundams from Gundam Wing, which was what created a Gundam fan base in the US, and then they don't have any Gundams from Mercury in it, which is their big new show that people are getting into the franchise with right now. So you're going to have people watching Witch from Mercury going, wow, this is really good. What games are out right now? And then they play Gundam Evolution, and none of the Gundams from Witch from Mercury are in it. What about Gundam SD? I don't think that there are any Gundams from SD in Evolution. That would be hilarious, though. And I support that idea. So, yeah, that sums it up. Just weird business decisions from Japanese gaming companies. Nothing new. Lapidus was always an interesting, if strange man. At the time, we hadn't considered his refusal to our curiosity as something potentially bad, but hearing of what he has done upon Lapidus Isle has certainly shifted my opinion. He studies the shimmering brass key. It would appear that this key still has a lingering of magic upon it. It is possible to reconstruct the enchantment, but may take considerable power and reagents to do so. If the key is to work upon the lock as suggested, it will need to be both attuned and enchanted to the magic that once powered it. It is within my power to enchant this key with the same magic that once powered it. The coast of Feralus, we're going to Feralus now, is covered in water elementals. Bring me a pure aqua orb from one of them. It should be sufficient and powerful enough to mimic the magic of the key. Oh. Oh, okay. Right. That's in Kalimdor. Yep. Yes, it is. That would be like not having Goku and Vegeta in a Dragon Ball Z game, right? It's just a weird freaking choice. Or I can just use a lockpick and power up my lockpick prowess. I'm a paladin, good sir. Paladins don't believe in opening locks. Unless you can do it with the power of justice. Which you can't. So instead, I'm going to open it through the power of noble questing and attunement quests. Love me some attunement quests. I do actually love attunement quests. As long and as obnoxious as they are, it meant that anybody who was going with you on that dungeon group had put in the work and really wants to do the darn dungeon. Okay, so what is the fastest I can get down there? I can get to Darkshore from Stormwind, but I can take a boat in Menethil, which is a closer flight, to the place where Jaina is from. You guys know it. It's on the eastern coast of Kalimdor. Jaina's place. Theramore. Theramore is what I'm looking for. Oh man, somebody just got Hand of Justice. That's such a good item. It's such a good item. Check it out. 2% chance on melee hit to get an extra attack. I know 2% chance doesn't sound like that much, but think about how many times you swing during a boss fight. That's gonna proc. That's gonna proc. Also, it gives you plus 20 attack power. Just flat out 20 attack power. That's solid. The other reason that that extra attack is great is because that's an extra chance to proc other things. It's really good. It's really, really good. I saw the boat. I saw it. I seen it. Oh wait, it's gonna show up over there. Right, this boat. This is the one that used to go to Darkshore, and they moved this one over to Stormwind. Which I didn't know about at first. Here's a fun question for chat. If you could bring back a dead gaming franchise with a good game, what dead gaming franchise would you bring back? We're not, it's not like a monkey's paw situation where you finally get this game that you've wanted for decades and then it comes out and it's trash. No, no, no. Like if it was a dead franchise and you missed it and you had a chance to revive it with an amazing game that respected the original but reinvigorated it with modern ideas, what game? Breath of Fire, that's a strong answer. I get it. The boats here are like the ones in FF11 that you have to wait for to actually ride them. Yes, but they come a lot more often. They're not like the ones in FF11 where you could buy a designated clock for your house to keep track of the airships and boat schedules. That sounds like a complaint. It's not. I loved it. Goose, I've got your tail. Like, I know. Stop. Halo? Halo's not dead, though. I mean, it's like a corpse being puppeted by strangers. I understand what you mean, though. Infinite had some good story in it. They certainly messed up a few parts with the story, but it's the best Halo story that we've gotten in years. Well, let me adjust your answer for you. How about Marathon? Can you imagine a fourth Marathon game that plays like Halo 3? Just think about it. But with that Marathon narrative. So now I'm going to fly so I can get onto another boat. I realize I also need an answer to this question, but like most of the dead franchises that I would have made a wish for already got some revitalizing. Like River City Ransom got River City Girls, and it's just wonderful. R-Type got R-Type Final 2, which I know a lot of people don't care for, but I really enjoyed Final 2. I'm looking at my shelf. Staring at my shelf of games. Oh! Oh, I know. F-Zero. F-Zero, that's my answer. Can't believe it took me that long to think of that one. Another wish would have been Armored Core, but apparently FromSoft has finally decided to grace us with not another fantasy game. Oh, Wipeout Collection in VR is so good, isn't it? So good. I had so much fun with that game. I couldn't convince other people to play it because they look at it and they're like, nah, I'm going to vomit. Take your Dramamine. Get in the headset, Shinji. It's amazing. You need to experience it. It was not a vomit ride for me because I had already been playing a ton of Dirt VR before that came out. Goose, I need you to quit chewing on my microphone cables. I was fortunately already prepared and VR sickness free when it came out, so I got to play it to my heart's content. I do have a weird cat. You're correct. Don't I, you little orange asshole? Yeah, I see if I'm going to get dizzy from VR, it happens in like the first 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, I can play for like hours and it's fine. There was one night where I played Dirt VR for like 5 hours straight. It was amazing. I didn't even realize the time had passed. What's another one? What's another one? Oh, I was talking about this with Max the other day. Some of the Tom Clancy games. Splinter Cell or Ghost Recon. Those would be good. Is boat here? The boat's here. I'm not going to get to the boat. Which means I need to wait even longer. Yep, there it goes. There it goes. It left before it would be heartbreaking, though, so I'll give it that. Stop chewing on my cables, jerk. The Riggs mech game. I don't know Riggs. Oh, no, I do know Riggs. That was the one on PSVR. That one was great. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, they shut down that entire studio. Guerrilla Games had 2 studios. One of them did Riggs, and then the other one did Horizon Zero Dawn, and they killed the one that did Riggs. Even though Riggs was a killer app, it was so good. They didn't even finish releasing everything for the damn game. Are we getting flirted at? I should be dangerous. I should be careful how I handle this situation. This man might be dangerous. Ooh, Fatal Frame. Good choice. I think we did just recently get a new Fatal Frame release on the Switch, though. Or do you mean like a modernized remake of the first 3 games? Ooh, Parasite Eve. Good choice. Good choice. I'm still laughing at Vengerman's answer of Halo. Tomba! I guess it was a franchise, huh? There were indeed 2 Tomba games. I respect it. Good answer. Tomba and Tomba 2. Tombai. Oh my god, where's this boat? Boat. Please, boat. Boaty, 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 boat. Oh, it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Klonoa just got a remake? Like another remake? Because it got a remake on the Wii. Has Klonoa stuff happened that I missed? I used to love Klonoa. I played 3 of them. I played 1 and 2. And then I played the first one that came out on the Game Boy Advance. I didn't play the second one. Legacy of Kain. Great answer. That's Eidos, isn't it? They could take a break from making Hitman games. Do something else with their lives. They managed to bring back Tomb Raider. They could probably bring back Legacy of Kain. Do it. Or was that Crystal Dynamics? Who am I thinking of? I feel like it was Eidos.
Yes! Al-Dir Shalah.
Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series 2-game remaster of Klonoa 1 and 2 will be heading to PlayStation, Xbox, and PC in July 2022. Wow! I missed that entirely. That's cool, though. Klonoa is great.
I need to get closer.
Oh. Well, Enchanted Water is fine, yes. Suikoden 1 and 2 are being redone as well? That has needed to happen for a while. I'm still sour over Suikoden 2. It's a personal sour. There is a,
That's still recharging.
we have an entertainment here, which is kind of like the big box secondhand video game and movies store. They kind of killed all the mom and pops around, which I used to work at mom and pop video game stores. So a little sour about that. But on top of that, they had a copy of Suikoden 2, and they wanted like double eBay prices for it. It was ridiculous how much they wanted for it, and they were just so tone deaf with me about the price. And what I'm thinking was actually going on was that somebody there wanted it, so they like inflated the price on it to keep anybody else from buying it while they saved up money to be able to make the purchase. What series would I want to stop making games? Pokemon. Good choice. I'm going to say Call of Duty. Fortnite. I really don't like Fortnite. Like, I have a strong, active dislike of Fortnite. Minecraft is fine, because at least the kids are creative with it, but I see nothing redeeming in Fortnite. Give me my aqua orb, you jerks. Supposed to be 100% drop rate? Yeah, the quest is so busted. Goose, what are you doing? Ooh, Mega Man Battle Network remakes? I think I recall hearing about that. That's cool. I don't think I'm going to get around to them, but I'm happy for those that will. Hey, there we go. We got our pure aqua orb. We're going to hearth back. Oh, here's a dead franchise that they could bring back. Unreal. Was it time for the Lunar Festival already? Golly. Let me check my quest real quick and make sure I'm actually supposed to be going back to him. Okay. Yes.
Well met.
He's in Dalaran. Let's go to Dalaran. Unreal recently did something stupid. They shut down servers of the old games. They delisted the old games. Like, they took them off of Steam and GOG. You can't legally obtain the old Unreal games anymore. And it's just because Epic decided to delist them. And I think it's because they're going to be doing a re-release of Unreal Tournament 3, calling it 3X. So there's a number of weird decisions being made here. Out of all of the Unreal Tournament games, why 3? It's fine, but it's not like one of the Unreal Tournament games that people talk about. So they're remastering that, and they're gonna put it out with like modern matchmaking and things. But, you know, it's also Epic, so you know it's gonna be filled with microtransactions. They're gonna Fortnite the hell out of that game. WWE Raw turned 30 this year. Guess what they called it? I I was trying to think of something clever, and I'm coming up blank. What did they call it? Raw is triple X. It's awful. I would probably have made the same decision if somebody had been like, you know, we could call it. I'd be like, yeah, I have the brain of a 17-year-old. Do it. But yeah, I think that they just delisted the classic Unreals to try and funnel all of the remaining Unreal players into Unreal 3X with a hope that, you know, people who are still playing arena boomer shooters are going to want a Fortnite progression system in their game. When in reality, they all still have the old Unreal games and people are still hosting servers for them. Everyone who's still playing Unreal is just going to keep playing Unreal. They're not going to move to 3X. I have no idea who 3X is going to be for. Because the skill ceiling on that game is so high. It's not going to, like, get the Fortnite kids to play it. But all of the old Quake and Unreal players, I don't see them moving over to it all either. Like, unless they can get someone like Rafa playing it, I do not see it succeeding. And then it's just going to give Epic one more reason to not do games aside from Fortnite. Another remake, Grandia. Ooh, Grandia. Another great choice. How are you coming up with all these, Soccer? I enjoyed the hell out of Grandia, too. I played some of Grandia 1 and most of Grandia 3. Oh, the Switch can play a lot of really cool new things. It just, like, you need really talented studios doing the ports. Like, the fact that they got a good version of Doom 2016 running on the base Switch it still impresses me. Is it an inferior version to the other versions? Yes, absolutely. Is it still playable and very enjoyable? Also, yes. Oops. You're ecstatic Panzer Dragoon 1 got a remake? I was too! I even ordered it off of Limited Run Games with the Sega Saturn style case. And then I never wound up opening it. Like, it's sitting on my shelf behind me, staring at me. Like, you used to love playing me on the Saturn. Why don't you want to play me now? I'm seeing that Twitch really hates how the water is rendered in this game. It's having a hard time with the water and the rain effects. Can you buy it off of me for 1,000? No. Actually, maybe. I don't know. How much are they selling it for? That's about how much I got for my copy of Panzer Dragoon Saga when I sold that. I just spent $2,200 on car maintenance today. Maybe I shouldn't turn this down. Legend of Legaia could use a remake. I never played that one. Does LRG stuff actually go for a lot? I feel like it doesn't actually sell for what people post it at. I'd be curious to take a look at the completed sales. Because I definitely have a ton of, like, limited... I've purchased a fair few LRG releases, you know, to have and to play. It's always been my biggest issue with LRG. Is that, you know, 9 out of 10 people who want to buy a game from LRG don't wind up getting it. And then those copies wind up on eBay. Suikoden 2 brand new is running 884. You know, that's honestly lower than what I thought it would be. Over 10 years ago, Suikoden 2 used to be a couple $100. Like, it was like $300 brand new. Only thing I ever bought was Scott Pilgrim CE. It took me years to receive it. Oh my gosh, yes. I just a month or two ago, finally got my copy of River City Girls 0. It took them over a year to get me that one.
Have you come to study the ways of Arcana? To gain knowledge? Dalaran shall
Like,
never
I'm not doing it anymore. Well, I say that, but if they suddenly start re-releasing classic Dragon Quest games on LRG, I'd probably go for that.
Our magical prowess is world-renowned.
Now to begin, I will transmute some of the energy from the pure aqua orb and enchant the key with the magic that was once present. This may take a few moments to do, and I require precise concentration. Give me but a moment, and I will be done.
Dalaran shall never be destroyed.
Well, fortunately, I own a home now, so it's not a big issue anymore. I was definitely having that same problem for a while though, where I'd order something and then, you know, 2 years later I'd have to move and it still hadn't released. Had that problem with Kickstarter games. Somewhere out there, somebody got my physical copy of Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Well, when I say own a home now, it's more like have owned a home for like 7 or 8 years now. So it's not an issue anymore. I got lucky. I bought my house during a buyer's market. So I got this house for $180,000. And it's right in between a nice park with a lake and downtown. I'm a mile from work. Ooh, some Jet Set Radio remakes. Or just give us a third Jet Set Radio. Great answer. Great choice. Um, I got so stupidly lucky with this house. We bought it, or we got it under contract when it was still being flipped. So, like, this home was gutted at the time. We got it for $180,000, and it's now like a $500,000 house because of both the stupidity that is the housing market right now, and also just having a boom here in Colorado Springs. So many people are moving here, and the housing market couldn't keep up anyways. Let me copy your luck build. Dude, you can have my luck build. I think I'm done with it, honestly. Like, I'm kind of set. All I have to do is coast until the kids are in school, and then I can go sailing. Like, I'm done. All I have to do now is wait. Ooh, or Nights into Dreams. We could use a proper new Nights game. Not that thing that happened on the Wii. Okay, return the enchanted brass key to Hydromancer Flake Reef.
Dalaran shall never be destroyed.
All right. Time to hop on the Griffin. Head back to Lapidus. They really captured the feel of these massive, awful fetch quests. Do I want to style on this level 28 PvP Orc Hunter? I'm just going to run real close. He's probably AFK. I was hoping for some kind of reaction. Damn! Kinda surprised FF Tactics hasn't gotten a remaster or remake. It's gotten plenty of ports. Didn't it also get a Steam release? I feel like Tactics got a Steam release. Honestly, you know what FF Tactics could really benefit from? A scenario editor. Release FF Tactics with like a Steam Workshop scenario editor where people can design their own tactics games and encounters. That'd be huge. I passed by the Flight Master again.
Need help?
Alright. Gonna run another ad break. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, and we're back. But yeah, do like an RPG Maker Tactics release. So people can make their own Final Fantasy Tactics or Disgaea style games, you know? Like, I know that within RPG Maker, if you're really, really, really good at scripting, you can build that out. I know people have. But if you just prepackaged that, I think it would do well. Yep, DQ3 is getting the HD 2D treatment, and it looks beautiful. And they recently announced that they are still working on it. Come on, guys, give me my game. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna steal a cookie. Yes, I won't be stealing a cookie. And a bag of cookies. I had one. There was still half a bag of cookies when I left for work this morning. And they're all gone now. What about the Chrono games? Chrono Trigger gets another release every handful of years. And didn't Chrono Cross just recently... Oh yeah, just recently Chrono Trigger Chrono Cross got a big remake that also had Radical Dreamers packed in. Like, finally, an English release of Radical Dreamers. An official one, anyways. I know that that's been emulated for decades now. When DQ11 came out, I had a wish list of the Roto trilogy being remade in the 11 engine, and that just never came to fruition. And I don't understand why modern studios don't do more with the work that they've already put in. You know, they already have all the creation tools at their fingers. They could easily knock out the Roto trilogy in 11's engine, and it would be great. Imagine if all these great RPGs got the FF7 remake treatment. I could not get into the FF7 remake. I played the demo. The combat was fine, but it had the same problem I have with like Kingdom Hearts combat. And it's that you have to babysit the AI. It feels like they don't do anything unless you're constantly managing them. You can change it to the old style AIs. Well, that's something. But wasn't 7 remake also supposed to be episodic? What happened to that plan? I mean, I realized that complaining about the combat when it was the guy who did Kingdom Hearts working on it. Like, I was excited when the .hack people were working on the game, and then they canned their work and gave it to the Kingdom Hearts guy instead, and I was like, ah, damn it. I don't think you can switch to turn-based in FF7 Remake. It's not like FF12. Can you switch to turn-based in 12? You can switch to wait mode in 12, I think. It's been a while. Saigan might be talking out his butt again. Feel free to correct me. I know I can't stop you. .hack remake would be awesome. They remade GU, which is great for the GU fans, but I want my original series. Infection, mutation, outbreak, and quarantine. Oh, so good. I honestly, I meant to stream those on the channel before I got burned out. I mean, I always could still. I can borrow them from Lovey. Yeah, I loved the old .hack stuff. Watched Sign, read the light novels, good stuff. I played the first GU game, and it was fine. I liked what they were doing with the story. I didn't care much for the gameplay. The gameplay didn't make it feel like an MMO. It didn't feel like I was playing an MMO anymore. And that was something that the first 4 games really nailed. A Xenosaga 1 through 3 remake, 1 through 3 remake, but then you finish 4 through 6 after. 436. So I know that the Xeno games are all kind of tied together. I don't know how they're tied together. I played Xenosaga 1, and then my disc froze at the end of the introductory cutscene, which you cannot skip, and is like 45 minutes long. So I never got around to finishing Xenosaga. The only Xeno game I've finished, actually, was Xenoblade Chronicles. I played Xenogears for a couple hours, and it didn't grab me.
How are you?
It was supposed to be 6 games at the beginning, and then got changed to 3. Okay, Tower of Lapidus, Part 5. There's still more to be done. Who knew that Lapidus had such potent magic that not even Dalaran could crack it? There must be some other way.
Hello.
Hadn't imagined Lapidus could harness such power, even into such a small object such as this key. Perhaps there is another that could be of assistance. The fleet had a Magus with us when we first began to establish Kalen's Rest. Shortly after, he departed in search of a latent, powerful magic that emanated from the island. When he returned, he spoke of a great hermit that was beyond his own power, and that of others he's seen in his lifetime. He ventured out once more to learn from this figure and to study out in the island. If there's something that can be done, perhaps Magus Valgon can help us get the answer. You should be able to find him somewhere on this island. I would imagine he has a camp somewhere.
See you around.
A camp somewhere. A camp somewhere. Okay. Hey, returning noob. How are you doing? Welcome. Right? That's a nice list of remakes, eh? Did Ark the Lad get remade? I think it did? Back in like the PS2 era? I mean, we haven't had any recent Ark the Lads, I don't think. I mean, like, I get it. I'm kind of all right with them saying, hey, I don't know where this guy is. Good luck finding him. He's probably on this island somewhere. Flavor-wise, it's fantastic. And I'm kind of happy that my PF quest is broken right now, because it means I get to just, you know, go looking for this guy. I get to explore. How often do you actually get to explore in MMOs these days? Usually they just tell you where to go. So, I haven't checked this island over here. I have been over here and I didn't see anything. This is all a troll area, so I don't imagine him being there. I want to say that there's going to be pirates down here because an earlier quest mentioned something about it. Crown Island is still potential. Don't know what this place is. We haven't been to Gordosh Heights yet. We have a couple options for where this Magus might be hiding. Oh my god, Goose, can you quit being an idiot? Phantasy Star? I mean, technically Phantasy Star is still going. We got Phantasy Star Online 2 and New Genesis, but I understand what you're saying. A new single-player RPG Phantasy Star would be great. And very welcome. I think that's the troll city over there. Argul the Hardy. He's level 51. I bet I could take him. How much health do you have? It doesn't say. Is that a bubble that you summoned? What was that? Did you fart? I'm not clear with what happened. Oh my god, he hits like a truck. I need you to take more holy damage. Thank you. What about bad dudes? But they only remake the lines? No. Leave the lines. Bring it up to modern graphics that leave the original dialogue. Important. Are you a bad enough dude to save the president? Actually surprised with all the remakes of Zelda games, they've never remade the first one. Yeah. I mean, sort of, they have. Like, for a while there, most of the mainline Zelda entries were basically just rehashes of previous Zelda games. Before they finally figured out what they were doing with a timeline. So that's Gilligim's island down there. I don't think I'm supposed to be going that way. I don't expect him to be in Zul'Hazu. Let's head up towards Gordosh Heights and then Crown Island. Some games I don't think they should remake unless it's just prettier graphics, but I still feel like games like Super Metroid look better in the original form. And, gosh, Super Metroid is such a risky target for a remake, too. Because everything about the design of Super Metroid is part of the Super Metroid experience. You can't do anything to Super Metroid without messing up something about Super Metroid. Because if they make the graphics better, it won't be Super Metroid. Like, that's one that I kind of agree with not touching. Just leave it alone. It's aged very well. Just keep making sure that it's available digitally. Maybe give it like the Sega Ages treatment where you kind of strap on some optional features like achievements and things. Add a proper speed timing runner or a speed running timer to it. Something like that. Is this a Congo reference? Statue with a giant ruby bunch of gorilla. Yeah, that's a Congo reference. Hands up in chat if you read Congo. Okay, we got more pirates. Oh. Oh, I'm almost back to Kalen's Rest. Okay, I need to come up here and then go west. Super Mario RPG is another one. Yeah. Super Mario World. There's so much of what made those games what they are is baked into designing around the hardware. Really? You sure about that? You want to do that? I would advise against it. Oh, there's true silver here. Am I fighting you for the true silver? Looks like. A Siphon Filter trilogy could be remade. I forgot that that series existed. I forgot that series had fans. Yeah, that's like the only way that they could possibly do a Super Metroid remake is if they still include the original Super Metroid. It's not a safe game to touch. Oh, here's a good one for you. Here's one you'll like. Fear Effect. Bring back Fear Effect. Is it just all gonna be ogres up here? I am looking for a Magus. Silent Hill was supposed to get a remake, but they lost the original information on it. They didn't just lost... They lost the source code. Konami mishandled so many things about Silent Hill. Wasn't there a new game of Fear Effect? I don't think so. Wasn't it just the first two? Bunch of ogres around here. Like, it's not a concern, but it's not why I'm here. Do it. Attack me. Well, this. I didn't mean to do that. They might be over on Crown Island. We'll check Crown Island. In 2017, Square Enix announced a remake of Fear Effect titled Fear Effect Reinvented. Reinvented is being developed by Megapixel Studio and published by Square Enix for Microsoft, Windows, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Okay, but they announced that in 2017. That was August 2017. So almost 6 years ago. Has there been any word on it since, or was it just silently canceled? I have a feeling that one's vaporware. They recently launched an online shop for Silent Hill. They sell skateboards. You know, in any other timeline, I would think you were lying. But I totally believe that Konami would do that. Ow, the water wasn't deep at all. That hurt. Wally Burnside. Well, Wally, unless you're secretly a Magus.
Hey there.
Our ship got wrecked a few weeks ago. I've been managing to survive. The Murlocs can certainly cause issues. Are you willing to help? I guess. Maybe I'll come across who I'm looking for if I help you. The Tidemaster was sent off course after a scrap with some pirates. The next thing I know, pure chaos erupted as sailors were tossed into the ocean and ripped across jagged rocks. Murlocs attacked, and the night erupted into screams and battle. I ran and found shelter upon this small island. All the while, my crewmates suffered a fate more horrible than you could imagine. I've been trapped here ever since. The Murlocs have been trying to fight me, but they haven't had any luck yet, so they mostly stick to the shore. On the last attack, they ended up stealing a crate that had many of my belongings, but most importantly, my compass. If I am ever to get back to Kultiris, I will need to find my way ashore. Find their small camp down on the hill on this island. Find my compass among their hovels. While you're there, kill some in revenge for the Tidemaster. Okay.
See you later.
Sure, sounds good. I didn't see any Murlocs on the way up, though. There is a third fear effect called Fear Effect Sedna. I thought it was a fever dream. I got it on GOG for free? What? 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 Oh, there they all are. They're on the other side of the beach. Makes sense. Is there a good way down there? Yes, right there. Sword? Sword. Sword. Tide collar. And I'm probably good to take them all. As long as I focused on that tide collar. Argle, 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 argle. Argle, argle, argle. I don't do a good Murloc, I'm sorry. Oh. I didn't know he could heal. I would have saved my stun. Hey you, be out of mana. I don't foresee Dino Crisis ever getting remade so long as Resident Evil is still making money. I mean, it could happen, but I feel like if they were going to do it, it would have been back when everyone was still excited for the new Jurassic Park movies. I don't feel like anyone's excited for the Jurassic Park movies anymore. Hey, compass. Now we just gotta crack some more heads, right? There's another tide collar. We'll save our stun this time. Argle, argle, argle. Argle, argle, argle. Oh, I lost one. That's alright. I lost another. It's alright. Nope. Stop it. Ah! Ah, his friend healed him! Is Armored Core getting a remake or just a new game? It's a new game. Although a remaster of Armored Core, Project Phantasma, and Master of Arena would be awesome. Yeah, it's definitely a new one. Maybe it's a soft reboot. I don't know. Okie dokie. Cool. Go get that turned. Blasto? I don't know Blasto. Blasto. I haven't been buying a lot of games at launch lately, but a new Armored Core, I trust them. I trust them. From Software has had a really good track record with new releases for over 10 years now. I think the last bad thing that they did was that Steel Battalion game for the, oh, what was that motion camera that the Xbox 360 used? That was like the last bad thing that From Software did. The Kinect. The Steel Battalion for the Kinect was the last bad thing From Software did that I'm aware of.
Safe travel.
Oh, did you have more, or was that like all you needed?
Hey to you.
That was it.
Have a good one.
The man's good. He just needs his compass. He's got everything else figured out. I could check out this place. Haven't been over there. Kinda looks like the back of a turtle. You bought it because you wanted to be a mech pilot? Foolish child. I'm so sorry. That reminds me, MechWarrior 5 got its new expansion pack released today, Rise of Rasselhag. And I've been super excited for it. And then it comes out, and I'm just ready to play some WoW. What about Diablo 1 and 2 remakes? Well, we got a Diablo 2 remake. Or I guess an upscale. It's not a remake. It's a, the other thing. You guys are not who I'm looking for either.
Hello. Safe travel. What can I do for you?
Remaster. Thank you. Yeah, two got a remaster.
See you around.
I could go for a remake or a solid remaster of Diablo 1. That was the one I preferred anyways. You bought it and never played it because your friends bailed on me. Oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. When Master Chief Collection was adding Reach and coming to the PC, like me and all my friends that I used to play with were going to get on and play together. And then it came out and it didn't happen. And I wound up playing through the game on Legendary all by my lonesome. When everyone was like, yeah, let's do it. And then nobody showed. Okay. So we checked Crown Island. We checked whatever this place is. We checked over here. We checked some of Gordosh Heights. Like we looked up here. I guess we didn't check over on the other side. There could be something down here on this beach. I've been in this cave. I know he's not over there. Let's go back to Gordosh Heights. A VR remake of Seaman. What? Are we keeping Leonard Nimoy's voiceover? The obvious answer to that is obviously. Skies of Arcadia! Yeah! That could use a remake. Or even, you know, a second game. Solid choice. That's another one that I played like a ton of and never finished. Did that get a PC release? Or am I about to regret selling both my Dreamcast and GameCube copies? Alright, if I were a Magus on what I'd hoped was a deserted island, but is now no longer a deserted island, where would I be hiding? Ooh, Power Stone 2, another good one. There's a rumor about Baten Kaitos getting remade. I saw that also. Yeah, I don't want to keep like a giant collection of retro games anymore. The last time my basement flooded, that was so much extra stress over my games library. And like, we're planning on going sailing in the future. Like we have our certifications and everything. I'm not gonna have room for an extensive retro game library on the boat. Those companies already got my money. I am not going to feel bad at all about running some emulators on that ship. Didn't think I'd go sailing in my basement too. Yeah. Nope. definitely didn't think that was in the cards. Okay. Sir Boluk is a friendly ogre. Hello, friend. Many of the Gordosh have lost their way following the Tyrant King. My visions have only seen the collapse of my pupil, but you listen. Nintendo will find me on the open seas. Nintendo's the new East India Trading Company. A yar har har. I don't know where to go. And I'm fine with that. Really, I am. An Illbleed remake. That is very wishful thinking. Is that company even still around? I forget their name. They also put out Dokapon, which was this really bizarre roguelike. Alright, I'm starting to believe that this guy is not actually on this island. What does this quest actually say? Somewhere on this island. Okay. Watch, he's gonna be like in town, in the inn or something. They made 2 games and that was it? It was just Illbleed and Dokapon? Well, no. 3 games. The Dokapon Kingdoms. That was also them, wasn't it? Oh, they also did Blue Stinger? So 4 games. Blue Stinger, Illbleed, Dokapon, and Dokapon Kingdoms. It's another giant. And some crabs. Dokapon Kingdom is getting a remake. It's not the original company, is it? Like, they have to be defunct by now. They haven't been doing anything. Like, if it is the original company, then it's somebody wearing them as a skin suit. Original company is named Sting for Dokapon? I thought... Doesn't sound right. Were the Illblade people just publishing then? Maybe they just localized Dokapon? Golden Sun remake when? Ooh. Ooh. Just all as one game, though? That'd be nice. Well, there's a glade right here. The Hazuri Glade. I haven't actually been in there, I don't think. We can run over there. Custom Robo remakes. That'd be awesome. I loved Custom Robo on the GameCube. That was a great game. Yeah, give us a Custom Robo game with online play. Have I been in this cave? I don't know that I've been in this cave. Oh, hello, sir. Is small cave? Is small cave. Ooh, while we're talking about Custom Robo, Virtual On. Guess Saigon's age based on his suggestions. What about D and D2 game remakes? Maybe. I feel like those were really niche even at the time of their release. Alright, let's try the Hazuri Glade. There? Oh, there's a bridge up there. Okay, I see. Excuse me, just coming through. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry for interrupting. You don't have to try and kill me, though. Did I ever play MDK or MDK2? I played some of MDK2. That game was brutal. Absolutely brutal. Weird sense of humor. Hey! We found our guy! Hey, man.
How are you?
Oh. So, they're looking into Lapidus. It is about time. That man was always a shady figure, one who hid most of his studies and his work, and no doubt had nefarious purpose. I would suspect he is the reason we are all here.
See you later. Hey there.
Oh, right, I forgot that D4 exists. I think Perry actually tried playing it for a little bit. It was weird. But, you know, it's a D game. Of course it's going to be weird. I do not think I can assist with this, friend. The complexities of the magic may take many weeks to begin to crack, and I think you do not have such time to wait. I do know one who knows a great deal of magic, hidden away from the world. There is a hermit that remains somewhere hidden upon the island of Kazon, nestled in between both Gilligim and Lapidus Isle. There's a lot of hermits on these islands. Go there and find Insomni. He is a powerful troll, much more powerful than any I have met. If there is any who could attune this key, it would be him. Kazon between Gilligim and Lapidus. Okay. The quest line continues. I need more water. All right, Soccer, you have a great night. Everybody else, I will be right back. Ad break time. All right, we back. There must be a tiny one that I don't see. We're going to wind up doing one quest tonight. Just one insanely long quest chain. Speaking of long quest chains, I still haven't done freeing the princess. Okay. Oh, wow. I got very lucky. I went straight to Kazan Island. Awesome. Excuse me, Sir Troll. Friend Troll. I have a question about magic, sir. Wow, level 61. I hit the grind hard. Magus Valgon sent you. Interesting. Let me have a look, and then I will see what I can do. Tower of Lapidus. Part 8. It will only take a single glance at the key with inquisitive eyes for the troll to crack a small squirk. I can do this. Though I must wonder why I would help you, especially for free and at no cost. If you want me to work the magic of this key and to tune it for you, I will need a favor from you. There is a satyr of whom I knew a long time ago, one who still walks this world today. Let us say that me and him are not on the best of standing, and I want you to bring me one of his gnarled horns from his battered corpse. Travel to Felwood, to the ruins of Constellus. You will find Pethix Blackthorn there. It is his horn I desire. Oh my god! We're off to Felwood! Jeez! This one's not going to be too bad. Because we can just take the ship in Stormwind to Darkshore. And then fly over to the Felwood. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I was really hoping to do, you know, at least one quest tonight. Oh my gosh. 2 hours. We've spent 2 hours on this one quest. We might do another ad break while we wait on the boat. Oh, I'm getting sleepy. I'm getting sleepy, but I want to finish this quest. Oh, yeah, look at this guy with his fast riding skill. Elder Starweave? Oh, that's for the Lunar Festival, I'm sure. Maybe. Why does it show I can complete something? I'm confused. Excuse me. Probably Lunar Festival. Yes. Alright. Yeah, sure. Might as well, in case I decide to do the rest of that. It's been a while since I've participated in an event. I've never really done it here. I definitely used to look forward to the events and holidays in retail, though. Brewfest. Brewfest was a grand old time. Sounds familiar. Alright. Where's the dude we were looking for? Is that him? Or is that ore? That's ore. It's thorium, though. You can always use the thorium. The Ruins of Constellus. Oh, he's down here. Okay. Cool. Might have been easier to run up from Ashenvale, but too late to make that change. My gosh, I am ready for bed. No, not the bear. Not the bear. All right, we got away. maybe part of it is this relaxing music that I put on. That could be part of it. Which, surprisingly, this series of videos, as they go up on YouTube, only one of them has been copyright claimed. None of the other ones have, like, somehow gotten a copyright claim. And it's weird because, you know, this is a fairly popular channel. It's Lo-Fi Girl that I've got going in the background, formerly known as Chilled Cow. And they sample all sorts of stuff, so they constantly get copyright claimed too. Please let me be the last stage of this quest. Please, 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 please. Like, I'm skipping ore. I'm so ready to be done with this thing. I keep waiting for there to be a dungeon part to this quest. That's like the only part of Telebim Isle that I haven't finished, is one of their quests requires me going to Blackrock Spire? No. What's the Dark Iron Dwarves city? Ugh, I used to know all this crap. You know what I'm talking about. I could probably throw on my writing carrot and get all this done. Let's do it. Let's do it. Harder on myself. Hello, Burb. What are you doing? Oh, we're close. Shut up, horse. You're fine. Oh, don't aggro on me. You will only die yourself.
I can't cast that yet.
Okay. Horn obtained. Hearthstone cooldown 45 minutes. We walkin', boys and girls. We walkin'. Is it faster to just run down to Astronar? I think so. Um... regretting not fast mount already. I've been at 60 for such a long time, and I haven't done any raiding or gotten my fast travel. I've been playing a lot of Horde lately. I saw the Cenarian sisters and I panicked for a second. Oh no! Wandered in the wrong direction. I gotta ask, and this is mostly for the YouTube people, because most of the views on these videos, I've gotten a couple hundred views on these videos. I have to ask, why? Because I gotta say, this is not the kind of thing I would watch. I know I'm the one playing it right now. Although in all fairness, there's not a lot of like WoW creators that I do watch. I discovered Barney Beekeeper last year, and I watched through all of their WoW videos, and they're just great. And I can't wait for more. But I also feel like I've seen the pinnacle of what WoW videos can be. Bison, I'm watching to get an idea of what Pally is like at 60 in Turtle WoW. Is it any good? Mostly talking about Prot and Ret. Ret is still just a beast in PvP. The burst damage from Ret is insane, and you know, nothing really resists holy damage. So I think Ret Paladin is going to be good in PvP always. As far as Prot is concerned, I don't think I have been recording any of the times where I have been tanking or off-tanking. Prot still does great as an off-tank. For group pulls or ads during raids, Prot is, you know, they are the best AoE tank. For single target threat, though, I mean, it's always going to go to warriors, you know? But their AoE threat combined with damage mitigation, mwah, amazing for group threat. Yeah, if you like PvP, then Red is probably the way to go. Although Holy is still going to be your top tier PvP healer. Holy Paladin is amazing at PvP as well. You're just not going to get a lot of kills. If you are planning on playing Warrior with hopes of, or if you're planning on doing tanking, Warrior is still going to be your best bet. Warrior just outclasses everything when it comes to tanking. As far as like arms and fury warriors, that I am less educated on. I'm kind of paladin for life. So I don't know near as much about the other classes. I know some mage. Some priest. But yeah, Paladin. I can provide all sorts of information on Paladin. Please don't leave. That's the boat I need. There it goes. Sad. Sad. I am getting a sneaking suspicion that there's going to be one more part to this quest line, and I'm just going to be like, you know what? Going to bed. I really want to finish it, though. You just got over being a heal bot. You'd rather not have to do that again? Well, Retribution. Protection Paladin. I love being a Protection Paladin, but I think it lives in this kind of weird place because aside from some very specific raid pulls and bosses, Protection Paladin is always going to be second fiddle to a warrior. And sometimes a bear. It depends on the bear, honestly. And you also got to remember the Paladin grind, really slow. Ugh. Patrick, what's up, man? How are you doing? What's wrong with playing WoW Classic? Do you mean retail WoW Classic or this? Or are you saying, why are you playing this instead of WoW Classic? I could be spending this downtime on the boat fishing. Hi, Elf. What's up, Mizu? How are you doing tonight? Good. Glad to hear it. Goose, Tate, how are you two tonight? Everyone else must have gone to bed. The cats are staring at me. Which means Perry didn't feed them before she went to bed. Let's get this quest done! Oh, the dogs are down here too. Jeez. Suddenly very popular. That's exactly what they're doing. They're all staring at me. Well, the dogs just want me to go to bed so that they can go to bed. The cats, yeah, they want their food.
Dorel and Adiel.
Light be with you.
That was Abyss. We just missed him. Oh my god. This quest. Oh my god, guys, this quest. I feel like I've spent half my time on stream tonight just on a boat or on a griffin. Your youngest brother is in Colorado. Fort Collins? Nice. Nice, nice. Kristen used to live there. He works at the Botanical Gardens? There's Botanical Gardens in Fort Collins, or are you talking about the ones in Denver? I've been to the ones in Denver. They're lovely. Perry and I looked at getting married there, which is great because it meant we got to get in for free. Just to see the venue, so they walked us around the whole thing. Like, we got a guided tour of the Botanical Gardens just because we're like, can we get married here? And they're like, come see. We wound up not going for it. We got married at a local brewery instead. But, yeah, it is a lovely place. They have one of those plants that gets, like, insanely stinky when it blooms. I was not there for the stink. But it looked like something that had gone extinct. We're almost back to Lapidus. And I will return to that troll, that Magus. And I'll be like, I brought you the thing. He's going to be like, awesome. Go get me this other thing. And I'm going to log out. Okay. Short ride. Oops. Oops. Ow. It's fine. Everything's fine. Am I not swimming? I was underwater that entire time. All right. All right. I know there's going to be another part to this quest. The question is there going to be another part in attuning this key? Or is the darn thing done?
How you doing?
troll looks almost filled with glee. You have done well. This wretch had much worse coming to him, but this shall do, especially given my current state. Fine, give me that key. I will do as you asked. My word is my bond. Tower of Lapidus, Part 9. Now, I will do what I can to restore the attunement to this key. It shouldn't be that difficult. The Magi who left the magic did a poor job with leaving magical traces on it. Step back. I will do as you asked. It shouldn't take long. When I am done, you may return to the one who sent you. And then I can head back to Flake Reef. I got the attuned brass key. Oh my god, we got the key. Do we go back to Flake Reef? It's 9:17. Let's go back to Flake Reef. Ah. Go away. Go away. You are literally hurting yourselves more than you're hurting me. Back off. Stop it.
something?
Now that the key is attuned and enchanted, we can begin our planning to destroy Hydromancer Lapidus.
See you around. How are you?
Tower of Lapidus Part 10. Tower of Lapidus will not be an easy task to conquer, even with this key. This is the only entryway into the gates of hell. You must steel yourself for what is to come. Lapidus has been able to ally himself with the most unlikely friends for a reason. He is a powerful man and extremely skilled in magic, not to mention surrounded by minions of his own conjuring. If you are to conquer the Tower of Lapidus, you will need a band of fellow adventurers. Plan for the mission ahead and slay Hydromancer Lapidus for all of his lies, his deceit, and his crimes against Kultiras. If you succeed, bring his head to Colonel Hardinus. He would be most eager to reward such heroic actions. So it's a dungeon? It's a new dungeon? Or no, it's just an elite quest? I might be able to solo it if it's just elite. Increases your chance to parry an attack by 1%. That's pretty darn good. It's not as good as my Lightforge helm, but that's pretty darn good. Especially for pre-60 gear. Oh my gosh. Okay, folks, I think this is going to be it for the night. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Y'all take care.